Nick, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to have you here.
Thank
Anik's
you.
a Sens fan. She's looking at that jersey and kind of drooling. Do you know who the first captain of the Sens was? Modern day Sens? I know it's a tough one, eh?
Yeah,
I bet you thought
sure.
about it, you'd figure it out.
Probably.
Yeah. You got some cool fall gadgets. Okay, I got to point out my favorite one right now.
All right.
I did not know what these were until you explained it to me.
Leaf pods. So you can collect about 10 times as many leaves as you would normally be able to with your hand or with your hand in your rake. It's a lot easier to gather quickly.
Even with the magic ring, and that's down there, by the way, Zach, in the leaf bag, right?
Yeah.
Even with the magic ring, you lay that down, and you can scoop lots of leaves in there.
Yeah, and it keeps it wide open, too.
The combo of this and the magic ring, deadly.
Exactly. Quickly done.
So cool.
The leaf gathering.
All right. I love the magic ring. That's been around for a while, right? Mm-hmm. And speaking, we might as well touch on the rakes because they're right up front, and you got some cool rakes too.
Yeah. So we have this one, which has really, really flexible tines, unlike most available.
They would snap off on any other kind of rake.
Exactly. And what you can do with that is that you can get right in around the rocks. It sticks to the ground. It doesn't lift if you're going over a rough terrain or anything.
It seems to me it'd make it easier to get those leaves that are stuck in there out.
Exactly.
Right? And it's got a handle too. You can get a handle?
Yeah, this is called the back saver, and what it does is that you can install it to any rake, and it will keep your position upright as you're raking. So as opposed to you being down this way, you stay upright, and that won't cause back fatigue.
Just like this?
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah, or the other way around.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
And then this is the power rake. This is one of our favorites because basically it just glides on the ground all the time. You never lift it. So you push away, and then as you want to gather, you pull. Ah. So,
and then you can push the pile afterwards,
exactly, right? Exactly. And you can even flip it around to even out the terrain if you're in your garden beds.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, it's a good one.
You guys have the best stuff. All right. What is
that's a pop-up bag, and we have it popped up open there.
Over there, yeah.
So you can store it really easily, but the nice thing about it, it's got that hard back on the bottom, so you can drag it around the garden, put your leaves.
Oh, I see. There's the bottom.
Yeah, that's the bottom of it.
Gotcha.
You've got it right there.
You can collect anything in there.
Yeah, collect your yard waste, collect leaves, your annuals that you're taking out at the end of the
Right into your
season.
composter or whatever.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then we have a cool one here. These are called remember rings. And what you do with these is you put them where you've planted your bulbs so that when the spring comes along, you remember what you planted and you don't step on it or dig it up, which is a nice feature.
Because if you have a decent-sized garden, you might forget.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You lose your memory in the winter, right?
Well, no doubt. It takes away your memory in the winter.
And then these are bulb baskets, and with these you can keep your bulbs at the end of the season or even plant with them so that they are easily taken out.
We were talking about bulbs yesterday on the show and how to plant them, and look at this bad boy.
This bad boy attaches to a drill, and then you can quickly do holes for your bulbs very quickly. And it's much easier than being on your hands and knees doing it.
Absolutely. And digging and...
Exactly.
Because you're only trying to make a certain size hole, right?
Exactly.
You don't need a massive hole to put your bulbs in.
Exactly, and it's quite quick.
Yeah?
Which is another
Just
nice
on a
feature.
good power drill.
Yeah, and then we've got some extra gear for the fall, some nice rain boots. These are made in Canada. And,
these are Kamiks.
Yeah, they're made in Canada, and they've got a nice edge on the top so they don't chafe at your calf. And they've got a nice insole and some fabric lining on the inside.
They do.
Good traction on the bottom.
And rubber boots are all the rage, eh?
Exactly.
Everybody's
and then we
got to
have
have a pair of
some
rubber boots.
really nice cold weather gloves too, which the nice thing about these is that you still have dexterity, but they're not bulky. They have an insulating liner in them.
Yeah, they
so
keep
when
you
it
warm?
gets cool, exactly, it keeps you warm. There's
And you
good
can still
traction.
grip. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Which is
I like
a nice
that.
feature.
Okay, the longer sort of handles on these tools, right?
This acts almost like a knife. So if you're taking out your annuals, this will dig right into the soil for deep-rooted annuals, cut them right open, and be able to remove them. It's quite sharp.
Look at the edges.
Yeah, made in Japan.
So you can sharpen these, right?
Yeah, you can sharpen it.
Wow.
So it's really nice.
Very cool.
Yep, and a little interesting little guy.
What's that?
You attach to your tarp, and then you can stake it into the ground, so the wind won't lift up your tarp as you're trying to put the leaves in. Nice little feature.
So good.
Yeah, and this is one of our designs too.
Yeah.
This is basically the same kind of tool here, but the nice thing about it is that you don't have to, you can do it from standing. So if you want to take your annuals out, you can poke this into the ground, put your foot down,
Yep.
leverage it out, and get it right out.
Perfect.
So without stooping again.
Cool stuff, eh? You must be amazed even yourself. You look at this stuff and you go, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you can
fun.
shop by catalog or in person?
Yeah, or you can go to our store, which is 900 Morrison, just off the 417 near IKEA.
Yeah, yeah. It's fun to go in there, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Henny, thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much
Have
for
a
having
happy
us.
fall. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too.
We can say that now. It's Thursday. We're heading into a long weekend. It's almost here. All right. And a nice long weekend it'll be. So if you want your gardening supplies, get them today or tomorrow, right? We'll be back with more CTV Morning Live. It's 10 before 9 now.
I beg your pardon.